fights that you lost, Edgar Santana, the one against Jesse Vargas, you were in those fights. You scored the knockdown against Edgar twice, and against Jesse Vargas. You know, the fight was close up until the late rounds, and then it seemed like in the later rounds, like the last 2 rounds, you took your foot off the pedal. What do you think that was contributed to? The weight, or
I think a lot of it had to do with weight. You know, weight is a big issue. You know, especially I'm a taller fighter, 5'10". Fighting at 140 can become a struggle, and whether you make the weight or not, you know, it can play an effect the next day, you know, at the fight. So I think that's one of the biggest differences. But you know, there were tough breaks. You know, there were tough fights that couldn't just pull it off. So
how did you feel when you fought Victor at 147 and you were taking those punches from him? I mean, did you feel a lot like were you surprised in how you felt physically?
Yeah, you know what? I felt real good. That was the most important thing. We were gonna take punches from a full 147-pounder. You know, I've always sparred with bigger guys. But I've never fought at that weight against a big puncher. So we were thinking about that. You know, it's like, I hope we can take a punch, really. You know. Right. So it took me a couple rounds to realize, hey, he's got me with some good punches, and I'm no danger.
Right.
You know, so I gotta let my hands go. So you know, I felt comfortable at that weight.
How did you feel when you scored that win? I mean, you was an underdog for this fight, and you win by TKO. I mean, how did that feel?
I mean, it was the biggest night of my life. You know, it was joy, hard work. I've been a pro for 9.5 years. I've had the rough road, and to be able to pull off such a big upset, you know, that was a big feeling. But you know, that's behind me now. Now I'm ready to pull off another upset.
You've been sparring with bigger guys, like you said, but are you not sure, or are you gonna feel this at the night of the fight? You know, how you feel?
You know, I feel good. That's the most important part. You know, that I feel good. I know he's a bigger fighter. I know he might even try to bully me around a little bit. You know, it's okay. I've worked on all of that. You know, fight night. There's no prediction what can happen. You know. The best thing is that I feel good, and it's not going to be easy bullying me around.
Right. Is your game plan to constantly put pressure on him? You know, constantly throw a lot of punches at all times and keep him from getting into that stale moment in a fight?
Yeah, I think key is don't let him stay flat-footed for too long. You know, make him work, because I'm in there to work, and you know, can't let him just dictate his own pace of the fight. You know, I gotta get him out of his rhythm. I'm ready for the fight. You know, all this anticipation, all this promotion is exciting, and just, man, every time I do something, it just makes me, hey, I want to hurry up and get this over with, because you know, I've been training for the past 2.5 months for one day, you know, and I want that day to get here already to prove what I can do.
Now they overlooked you also because they call you a little guy. You're not a little guy. You're 5'10", right? So, you know, do you think they use that as an excuse, or not as an excuse, but as something to bring you down a level because you're coming up in weight and you're considered a smaller guy, even though you're not a little guy at all?
I really don't know. I don't know what's behind all that. But whatever it is fine with me. I have confidence in myself. My team has confidence in me. We prepared great. And really, that's all that matters. I have a few my people that support me, my family, my friends, and you know, they'll be here. You know, coming from Riverside to come show support on Saturday night.
Good luck on Saturday, man.